Alright guys, welcome back. It is Saturday night again, and tonight we are watching The Legend of Billie Jean. This is one of my all-time favorites from the 80s, and look at this right here. Look on the Blu-ray. Special Fair is Fair edition. I've got an awesome show planned for you tonight, guys. We're gonna go shopping, we're gonna make an awesome snack, we're gonna do 10 things I love about The Legend of Billie Jean, and we're gonna do some trivia. So stick around, this is gonna be awesome. Tonight I am going to tell you guys 10 things that I love about the film, The Legend of Billie Jean. Number 1, I love the music. The music in this film is powerful, gritty, and dark, and accompanies every scene perfectly. We've got the Divinals setting the tone for the entire movie at the very beginning with the song The Boys in Town that immediately lets you know something's about to go down. Billy Idol's rebel yell during the chase scene at the mall. There couldn't be a better song for that one. And Pat Benatar's Invincible at the end of the movie when Billie Jean is getting her revenge and the whole operation is burning to the ground. I love the relatability of this movie. A handful of teenagers running wild in the middle of the summer with no responsibilities, no money, and nothing to do but get in trouble. Most of us who grew up in the 80s lived this way every single day, so I am right in there with those guys. I love the believability of these characters. Sometimes actors can't pull off certain roles, and if even one of them can't pull off their role correctly, it kind of kills the movie for me. Everyone in this film pulls off their character perfectly. I believe that each character is the person who that actor is portraying. I believe that Binks and Billie Jean are brother and sister. I believe that Hubie Pyatt is a spoiled brat. I believe that Mr. Pyatt is an obnoxious, self-centered, male chauvinist pig. And when Putter jumps in the car and brings her entire marble collection with her, as stupid as that sounds, she plays it so well that I fully believe that's something her character would do. I love Binks' 1984 Honda Elite scooter. Now granted, if it weren't for this movie, I probably wouldn't care a thing about that scooter. But because of this movie, it is an absolutely iconic prop. I've considered buying one myself several times over the years. Even about a month ago, I found one that was perfect condition, and I regrettably passed on it, but it always makes me wonder if the one from the movie is like rotting away in a junkyard somewhere. I love the mall in this movie. Not only is the entire mall scene absolutely awesome, but I grew up in a time where the mall was the place to be. They were always packed shoulder to shoulder, and teenagers went there just to hang out. Walden Books, Merry-Go-Round, Spencer's Gifts, Foot Locker, and most of all, the food court. Orange Julius, Hot Sam's, Cinnabon, McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell, Sakio Japan, Napoli Pizza, American Cookie Company, anything you wanted to eat, they had at the food court. It was like an entire city block inside a building. If you've never experienced being inside a mall in the 80s, early 90s, you have no idea what you missed. I love the abandoned Candy Shack mini golf. Now, if you've been watching my videos for any significant amount of time, you know that I have an affinity for abandoned places. So the scenes in the abandoned putt-putt course have always been some of my favorites. I especially love how there are lots of random multicolored golf balls just rolling around everywhere, including inside Ophelia's car, which I would have to guess would have more than likely been collected by Putter. I love the water slide attached to the upstairs bedroom window at Lloyd's house. This is one thing I've dreamed about having since I was a little kid, probably even since before I saw this movie. Because who doesn't want a big water slide leading from their bedroom window to a giant pool in the backyard? I love Billie Jean's haircut. I've always been a short hair guy. Long blonde hair does nothing for me. But when Billie Jean comes walking out with that short hair, not only does she look completely awesome, but yowza. Now you're talking my language. I love the Camaro. At one point in the movie, Billie Jean is on the run, and a girl with a short haircut, just like Billie Jean's, pulls up beside her and invites her into her Camaro so she can help her escape. I got my driver's license in 1992, and my very first car was a 1986 gray Camaro, exactly like the one in the movie. And last but not least, I love how this movie concludes with Billie Jean getting her revenge, Binks getting a new scooter, and everything Mr. Pyatt created to exploit Billie Jean burning down in a raging inferno, with the statue of Billie Jean right in the middle of it, just like Joan of Arc being burned at the stake for standing up for what she believes in. Fair is fair. Alright guys, so there you go. 10 things I absolutely love about the movie The Legend of Billie Jean. If you haven't seen it, go get the VHS, go get the DVD, go get the Blu-ray or the 4K if it even exists, or search it up on your favorite streaming platform and watch it right now.
Doesn't look like they have the biggest selection ever, but I haven't looked at these for a while in this particular Goodwill, so let's go ahead and look through Bowfinger. I thought this was a totally stupid movie, but I remember somebody freaking out about it being available in like Blockbuster one time. Role Models, that is a hilarious movie. G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra. Oh my gosh, look at this. We got a Wishbone video, Hot Diggity Dog. These are actually kind of hard to find nowadays. Lord of the Rings. Here's the Nutty Professor. Oh, what the heck. Jerry Lewis, that's like an animated version or something. We got Animal House here, that's a good movie. Not recommended for kids, but this one is Benji's Very Own Christmas Story. Little Man, I thought this one was totally stupid. Yes, High School Musical 2. Ooh, Speed Racer. I think I actually have this on Blu-ray, but I've never actually watched it. The Naked Gun. I think they're actually doing a remake of this with Liam Neeson. Super Size Me. Check it out. This is the documentary about McDonald's, and this guy faked the whole thing, basically. He acted like he was eating only McDonald's. He had like all these prior health conditions that he did not disclose, and he acted like it came from McDonald's. It's thanks to him that we no longer have the Super Size. Oh, The Game Plan. This one is hilarious. The Rock. Underdog. They got a lot of good movies in here today. Walt Disney, The Shaggy Dog. That one's... oh, I thought it was brand new. Tim Allen. Dodgeball is pretty funny. Oh my gosh. Rosie O'Donnell. Riding the Bus with My Sister. Now, I've actually heard this is a pretty good movie, even though I cannot stand Rosie O'Donnell. Actually, a pretty good selection just on these two shelves here. I'm surprised. Nothing I can't live without, though, so we'll skip on to go get our snacks. Alright, we're going to head into Michael's here for what we need, because I know they have a lot of different colors. They are usually right back over in this direction, along this wall, and they changed it. I'm looking for those melting candies, the candy chocolates. They're the different colors. Looks like they're going to be in aisle 86 here. Maybe. Yeah, right down here at the end, they got a whole lot of colors. We'll put that right there. And these are $5 a bag. I wish there was a cheaper way to do this when you're trying to do a lot of different colors. We're definitely going to need some yellow. We have some bright white at home. I believe we have red at home as well. I definitely want some blue, but I wish they had like a better description of what the blue color looked like. I'm afraid that would be too dark, so we'll get this light blue right here. And I want some green as well, but I think I will also go with the light green here. I'm just afraid the dark green would be way too dark. So let's see, we got white, red, yellow, blue, green. Is there another one? I kind of want to do some orange as well, but I don't want to break the bank just to make a treat. So I think this will do. That'll give us 5 different colors. Oh my gosh, look at this. They have different kinds of eyes. We're always getting eyes for our treats. Look at this. They have multicolored eyes, the regular and the big. They got tiny ones here. And look at this. Pretty eyes with eyelashes. What the heck? Oh my gosh, all this stuff. I'm going to have to remember this aisle because this is definitely an addition from the last time I was in here. They have all kinds of stuff we might need for future get your snacks. And if I don't just like walk out of here right now, I will be in here for hours looking at craft stuff. Okay, so good old Wally Mart. Now, what we want to find here is donut holes. Let's check the snacks aisle first. And that would be a no. What I want to find is like Entenmann's donut holes. And I'm in a Walmart that I haven't been in quite a while, so I don't know the layout of the store. Yeah, I don't think Little Debbie makes donut holes. Although, over here in the bakery, I am staring at donut holes right in the face. Holy crap, look at these. Wouldn't that be cool to cover with candy? Let's see, here's little blueberry donut holes. That would be delicious. We have sour cream donut holes right here. Old-fashioned donut holes. I don't think those have any covering at all. And then, of course, we have these right here that are powdered. I think the blueberry donut holes look like they would be the best. They're small. They're perfectly round. I was going to go for the sour cream, but they're kind of lumpy. I like these. Just for the heck of it, though, let's look down at the end of the bread aisle here, just to see what our other options are. And here are the Entenmann's donut holes right there. I think I'm going to stick with the blueberry ones from the bakery. I'm just kind of being picky because these are not perfectly round. They're kind of beat up looking. Even the ones back there are more like triangles. And you can see how perfectly round these are, and they're supposed to be golf balls, so those will be perfect. All right, we also want to get some milk with our donut holes, even though they're going to be candy covered. And in the movie, Binks throws a strawberry milkshake onto the bully. So we're gonna go with this strawberry milk. Actually, we're not gonna get that big thing. For the sake of easy, we're gonna grab a couple of these Nesquik strawberry milks. Okay, well those are done, and that was an undertaking. So this is what they look like here. We're going to talk about these and how they turned out real quick. We've got 5 colors here, so you definitely need to set aside some time to do this. It's at least 10 to 15 minutes for each of the colors to melt, and then in between each color you have to wash out the little pan, clean it out really good to where there's none of the other color left in it. Then you stick it back in here and add the new color. So making these was close to a 3-hour process. I love this little thing here, but you'd have to have like 2 or 3 of them going at once unless you were using the microwave as well. These are the 2 tools that I was using to dip the donut holes. I started out with this right here. I thought this would be the right thing to use. Problem is it leaves little swirls on top of the dipped candy or the dipped donut holes. So then I went ahead and switched over to the spoon, and the problem is that it looks nice on one side, but then you get this on the other side. So they don't really turn out looking nice all the way around. I guess it's not really that big of a deal because you're going to eat them anyway, and I mean, look, they look pretty cool. Now I will say, as you run through each of your colors, put them in a Ziploc, smooth it out, just like these, and let them harden up in the bag flat like that. As I finish each one, I stick it right in the fridge. And doing it like this, it makes it so much easier to use the next time, because you basically just break it up really easy. When you have it in big chunks, it just takes that much longer to melt. But, I mean, we pour that in there the next time, and it's going to melt really fast. So, there we go. They did turn out pretty good. Our abandoned Candy Shack mini golf putt-putt golf balls. Our Strawberry Quick and Legend of Billie Jean. The only thing that could make this any better right now is if we could ride away on a Honda Elite scooter. All right, all that's left to do here before we go watch the movie is to give a taste test to one of these things. We'll just go for the green one right on top. Remember, this is a blueberry donut hole with green candy icing. I mean, what can I say? It's pretty tasty. Little drink of our Strawberry Quick. Yeah. All right, I'm taking my pile of golf balls and Legend of Billie Jean and going downstairs to watch this movie.